Welcome to today's top stories from India, March 24, 2025. Let's dive into the latest updates making headlines. So buckle up, stay with me, and let's get started.
A changing of the guard is underway at one of the world's biggest banks right here in India. Bank of America has announced that Vikram Sahu will be taking the helm as the new country executive for India. This comes after a remarkable 15-year tenure by Kaku Nakate, who steered the bank through a period of significant growth and transformation. Sahu, no stranger to the world of high finance, brings a wealth of experience to the table. Analysts are cautiously optimistic about Sahu's strong track record and deep understanding of the Indian market. The Indian economy is at a crossroads, and the decisions he makes will have far-reaching consequences. Will he maintain the bank's steady course, or will he chart a bold new path? The future of Bank of America in India, to a large extent, rests in his hands.
Laughter might be the best medicine, but in the case of comedian Kunal Kamra, it's landed him in some seriously hot water, facing legal scrutiny. Kamra, known for his biting political satire and fearless commentary, is now facing a legal investigation for a recent skit that took aim at Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde. The skit, which went viral on social media, quickly garnered widespread attention. It has sparked outrage among Shinde's supporters, who claim it crossed the line from humor into defamation, damaging Shinde's reputation. Kamra argues that his act was protected under the umbrella of free speech, and that it was a satirical commentary on current political affairs, not meant to defame. This case has ignited a firestorm of debate across India about the limits of free speech, particularly when it comes to political satire, a genre that often pushes boundaries. On one side, you have those who believe that comedians like Kamra should have the freedom to hold a mirror to society, while on the other side are those who believe that Kamra went too far, arguing that his jokes were in poor taste and potentially damaging to the reputation of an elected official. This case has become a flashpoint, highlighting the delicate balance between freedom of expression and the potential for harm, a balance that is often hard to maintain. It's a debate with no easy answers, and as the legal process plays out, one thing is certain: the eyes of India are watching closely. Powerhouses try to find common ground.
In a move that sent ripples through the global rice market, India has announced the lifting of restrictions on rice exports, a decision that has been eagerly anticipated by many. The decision, which comes after a period of tight controls, is expected to have a significant impact on global rice prices and could be a game changer for India's agricultural sector, potentially boosting the economy. India is the world's largest exporter of rice, accounting for nearly 40% of global shipments, making this move particularly influential. The previous restrictions, put in place to ensure domestic food security, led to a spike in global rice prices, affecting many countries dependent on Indian rice. This latest move to lift restrictions is being seen as a sign that India is confident in its domestic rice production, which has shown promising yields this season. The move is expected to boost India's agricultural exports and bring in much-needed foreign exchange, strengthening the country's trade balance. However, some argue that the government should have waited for a clearer picture of the upcoming harvest before lifting restrictions, to avoid potential shortages. The government maintains that it's closely monitoring the situation and has taken steps to ensure adequate domestic supply, reassuring both farmers and consumers. The lifting of rice export restrictions is a significant development with the potential to reshape the global rice trade, influencing market dynamics and trade relationships worldwide.
The Reserve Bank of India has thrown its weight behind the Indian rupee, injecting a much-needed dose of confidence into the currency market. This intervention comes at a crucial time when the rupee has been under significant pressure due to various global and domestic factors. In a move aimed at enhancing rupee liquidity, the RBI conducted a massive $10 billion forex swap auction. This auction is part of a broader strategy to ensure that the currency remains stable and resilient in the face of economic challenges. The auction, which allows banks to exchange rupees for dollars, was heavily oversubscribed, indicating strong demand for the greenback. This overwhelming response highlights the market's need for dollar liquidity. The RBI's move is a clear signal that it's not going to stand idly by and watch the rupee weaken. It demonstrates the central bank's proactive approach in managing the currency's value. By injecting dollars into the system, the RBI is hoping to ease the pressure on the rupee and stabilize its value. This intervention is expected to provide much-needed relief to the financial markets. This move is particularly significant for the banking sector, which has been grappling with tight liquidity conditions. The additional dollars will help banks manage their liquidity more effectively. The Forex swap auction provides banks with much-needed dollars, which they can then use to meet their foreign currency obligations. This is crucial for maintaining the stability of the banking system. However, some experts caution that this is just a short-term solution, and that the RBI will need to address the underlying factors driving the rupee's weakness. Long-term measures will be necessary to ensure sustained stability. The RBI's $10 billion gamble is a bold move that has injected some much-needed liquidity into the market. While it provides immediate relief, the central bank must continue to monitor and address ongoing economic challenges.
It was a day of mixed fortunes on the Indian stock market today, with some of the biggest names in the corporate world experiencing both the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. While Nestlé India found itself on a downward trajectory, JSW Steel continued its impressive rally, reaching new heights. Nestlé India saw its share price dip by over 2% today. The drop came on the back of concerns about slowing rural demand and rising input costs. On the flip side, JSW Steel continued its stellar run, with its share price hitting a fresh all-time high. The steel giant has been on a tear in recent months, benefiting from strong demand and rising steel prices. The contrasting fortunes of these two corporate giants highlight the volatility that has come to characterize the Indian stock market in recent times. While the overall market sentiment remains positive, there are pockets of uncertainty that are keeping investors on their toes. For investors, navigating this market requires a careful and calculated approach.
In a sigh of relief for millions of customers across India, the nationwide bank strike that was scheduled for March 24 and 25 has been called off. The strike, which had the potential to bring the country's banking system to a grinding halt, was averted at the 11th hour after marathon negotiations between the Indian Banks Association, IBA, and the Finance Ministry yielded a breakthrough. The strike, called by the United Forum of Bank Unions, UFBU, was primarily in protest of the government's proposed privatization of two public sector banks. The government, on the other hand, maintained that privatization was necessary to improve the efficiency and competitiveness of the banking sector. The negotiations went down to the wire, with both sides digging in their heels. However, in a last-ditch effort to avert the strike, the IBA and the Finance Ministry agreed to a set of concessions that addressed some of the union's key concerns. The postponement of the bank strike is a welcome development for businesses and individuals alike. From the high-stakes world of finance and politics, we turn our attention to a heartwarming story of love and support. Bollywood icon Priyanka Chopra Jonas proved once again that she's the queen of her own love story, as she cheered on her husband, Nick Jonas, during his recent performance in the United States. The power couple, known for their public displays of affection, melted hearts as Priyanka was spotted in the audience, her face beaming with pride as Nick took to the stage. Videos of Priyanka singing along to Nick's songs and cheering him on with infectious enthusiasm quickly went viral on social media. In a world where celebrity relationships often crumble under the pressure of fame, Priyanka and Nick stand as a beacon of hope. Their love story, which transcended borders and cultures, has captivated audiences worldwide. Priyanka's presence at Nick's concert was a testament to their commitment to nurturing their relationship amidst their hectic schedules. That's all for today's top stories from India. Remember, staying informed is crucial, and we're here to bring you the news that matters, delivered with clarity and context. Stay tuned for more updates and thank you for watching.